Okay, I've just finished watching Wonder Egg Priority, the last episode, and I have so many thoughts. I decide to just to record them so I can understand how I felt later on. Okay, as I'm talking, the ending credits are rolling, and okay, this episode was I guess it was the one with the most amount of necessity to digest what was going on the screen. Okay, let me just have this positive out of the way. When said she, how was it? When I said she was happy that she met, no, yeah, when I was talking with herself from another universe, the one which killed herself, um, and the eye from the, oh wait, just a second. Okay, because after the credits there was just a scene from someone saying thank you so much. Anyways, as I was saying, probably one of the best scenes from the whole anime, and there were many that I loved a lot, especially in the first two episodes. But this one is up there. Is when the eye from the parallel universe asked the eye from the universe we were following, if she were happy, and she replied yes while kind of crying. That scene was powerful because I may be interpreting it incorrectly, but to me, she's almost ashamed of being happy in a way because until meeting, until finding the eggs and all of that stuff, she was pretty miserable, and then she met Koito-chan, which eventually killed herself, so she became even more depressed, I guess, and contemplating suicide. But after starting to become happy, I guess she almost feels like unworthy of that happiness in a way. So seeing her crying, almost frustrated as she's saying she's very happy, that's powerful stuff right there. Okay, now that the positives are out of the way, okay, another positive. The voice acting is still on point. God damn it, the voice acting is great. The opening and ending scene is astonishing. Um, I liked some of the camera work, although I don't know why, but ever, ever since I felt it on episode 7, clearly, that I don't know what happened. Perhaps the some of the animation directors went away or something, but the the directing quality decreased a lot, and it is felt in this episode. Still, I'm assuming there were some problems in the production department, and they still delivered something good. I don't really understand why they decided to go this route, but I don't feel like this was the original intention. And perhaps it was the original intention, but some something happened. I don't feel like, or perhaps the concepts they were trying to explore with death, depression, childhood drama, parallel universes, AI, those concepts are hard to explore and in a 12 episode anime, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, it's too much. But anyways, God damn it, the parallel universes. If there are things that I hate whenever I see it's parallel universes and time traveling. Those two concepts, I dread seeing them in anything I like, because it's, for me, it's so hard to do them correctly that unless it is done well, and that done well needs to be to me, it's so hard for me to enjoy anything with those concepts. And god damn it, presenting it in a that in the last episode just feels like such an asshole, because now we need to I need to consider that every action until now, those interactions with the other girls, those other girls were from parallel universe, or we don't even know if those girls were from the parallel universe. And now it also puts in question if some of the scenes during the anime were in a parallel universe, which also takes so much weight from everything that has happened. I don't know. I that just felt so ship. That felt unnecessary. Let's just put it that way. Um, I'm guessing it's an open ending on purpose, so that there is a continuation, but the change in mood from being kind of sad to happy, I can't understand it. And then the timeline of the last episode is so odd. I don't know if the scene with all the girls reunite on top of a roof or whatever happened as the last scene or not. I don't know if Ice Dream with the other eye happened before that or after. I'm so confused. And then I now I can't figure out what what the what the main antagonists in the dreams are, because in Ice Dream the antagonist was her painting drawing teacher, and this depiction, I think it's from the perspective of the eye from the parallel universe. Or is it? And then, how similar were their lives? Because Koito-chan didn't exist in Ai's life, which makes me wonder, is she a reliable source of information per se? I don't think she is. I can put it together because, okay, let's just put it this way. The first episodes were somewhat restrained. They could almost, the first two episodes almost could be like an OVA, and there would be a 9 out of 10 without a question, a decent 9 in my opinion. But then, as time went on, then there were the episodic episodes. Okay, pardon the redundance, but there were the episodic episodes which focused on each girl, and fine, that's fine. They were their characters were developed. Then there was that episode which I liked, from them just interacting, being normal girls, fine. But then the show starts entering the final act. But the final act, the beginning of the final act, is pretty much the girls just finishing their plots lines per se. Each and every girl finds out their problems and kind of comes to peace with, makes peace with those problems. As I've mentioned in my writing notes from the 11th episode, the blonde girl accepts her mother as she is. The tomboy finally starts appreciating her female side. The rich CEO kind of lets her friend go, and also it seems like she's ready to leave the company. I don't understand. And I kind of decides to accept that her mother and her teacher are having a relationship. I don't really understand Hai's plot line, but I guess she's kind of happy in the end. But then the true ending begins on/in the 11th episode, where we learn about the red-haired girl, which I'm not remembering the name, the AI, which is clearly a reference to the anime series Experimental Lane. There was a scene back in an episode I can remember of just a bunch of wires, like in series Experimental Lane, and now it makes sense because that girl is connected to the conscience of every girl having mental problems on the brink of suicide, and then she kind of persuades those girls to commit suicide. But also I don't understand, because she cannot be on a single universe. She may also be on all of those parallel universes. Or is there an infinite number of red-haired girls, one to each universe? But then it wouldn't make sense that in the ending of the episode, kind of breaks whatever barrier there is between the two universes. I don't get it. It's way too I don't really know the word, but way too broad, not broad, way too not ephemeral, way too vague. Yeah, that's the word. It's way too vague. Those are my thoughts, my first reactions to the ending. I honestly didn't want it to be an open ending, or rather, I didn't want it to be an ending which was clearly setting up a season 2. I didn't want that. I felt like I don't really know how to do it at this moment, but if they just not try to be as radical or as weird with the topics, if they are just stick to teenage girls having depression, I felt like that would have been so much better. The introduction of parallel universes, I cannot explain how much I dislike that decision. Granted, in a later season, if there is a second season, this concept may just be explained in the way I'm completely floored by. I don't believe it, but hey, there is that possibility. Also, I don't see this second season having this much love and care as the first one, because the later episodes were clearly different. Actually, since I'm recording, I'll just go to my anime list and look at my anime. Yeah, I'll need to look into the production of this anime for sure, because there had to be problems. One Direct Priority. Let's see. I just yeah. What's the name? Frill. Yeah, that's the name of the girl. Frill. Oh yeah, and also the whole relationship between Aka's girlfriend, and Frill was so strange. I liked it at first, but at the ending it started being so uncanny and so hard to believe. I don't know. I really need to take a piss. Jesus. Okay, yeah. Those were my quick thoughts. Um, I don't want to rate it yet. I'll need to sleep on it at least 3 nights. Think about it more. Um, but the thing is, the first 2 episodes are as I've said, are are great, are unique in my opinion. And to be unique, since I've watched already so much stuff, it's a great thing. And just because of those first 2 episodes, I appreciate that I've checked this anime a lot. But then, it got less better as it went on. And I'm saying less better and not worse, because it didn't really become. It did become worse, but I don't want to put the emphasis on the bad. I want to put the emphasis on the good, because I feel like it's great that there is original animes trying new things, and I'm great that the industry, to a certain extent, is embracing these projects, and these projects have at least a great direction, and people act. It seems like whoever is in charge of putting these projects together has a certain level of passion for them. And even just out of the top of my mind, the 3 original animes that I think came out either in 2021 or 2020 are Taxi, Vivi's Floriat Eyes, and now One Direct Priority. I didn't like Vivi's Floriat Eyes, but I recognize its strengths. One Direct Priority, I liked it. I'm and Taxi is a bomb. Taxi is just it's so okay. But let's focus on One Direct Priority. I'm thinking about giving it, and it's not a definitive answer. Maybe I'll write more concise thoughts in some dice, just as I've already kind of gathered and soaked all that the anime had to offer. But I I really wanted to like the ending, but I just couldn't find myself enjoying it. And as the anime was ending, all I could see, all I could feel was the music, the upbeat music for the first time isn't matching my emotions, and that felt bad. Cause in pretty much every episode, whenever the music was upbeat and cheerful and bubbly, I was also feeling upbeat, cheerful, and bubbly. This time, I was just, I was too mind fucked to give a shit about the upbeat music and whatever closing words there were being said. And I've just realized that I's name is kind of a different way of saying AI. I don't even know if that was on purpose or not, but I, and then there is the AI, which is real. Oh well, whatever. Those were my thoughts. I'm thinking about giving it a strong 9 to light 8, but more a strong 9 than a light 8. No, a strong 7. Oh, I really wanted it to be an 8, but I just don't know. That ending left a sour taste in my mouth. And yeah, I think that's it. Let me know what you think about it. Since I've watched this shit because of you. Just kidding, no. But thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, sorry about the big audio, but if yeah, just don't even bother trying to answer. Just we'll talk about it eventually. Peace out.